Sometimes I'll find Jax lying on the living room rug, staring at the ceiling for no obvious reason. He can stay there for several minutes without moving, quietly watching the light dance across the walls. Visitors always laugh and ask, "What is he looking at?" I never really have an answer, but every time I see him resting so peacefully, I think about how incredible it is that a cat who once had nowhere to belong can now spend his days doing absolutely nothing except enjoying the comfort of home. It wasn't always that way. When we first heard about Jax, he had already spent quite some time at a rescue shelter. Day after day, people walked past his enclosure, searching for energetic, playful cats. Jax never tried to compete for attention. He simply sat quietly, letting the world decide whether he was worth noticing. The shelter volunteers often defended him. They explained that Jax wasn't cold or unfriendly, he was simply cautious. Trust didn't come easily after everything he'd experienced, but once he felt safe, they promised he would become an incredibly loving companion. At that point, my own family was still grieving. Our beloved cat had recently passed away after 17 unforgettable years together. Every room in the house reminded us of him, and although we missed having a cat, we couldn't imagine opening our hearts again so soon. Still, something encouraged us to visit the shelter. When we finally stood in front of Jax's enclosure, he didn't rush over. Instead, he quietly watched us with calm, thoughtful eyes. There was something strangely comforting about him. He wasn't asking us to rescue him. He was simply waiting to see whether we'd give him a chance. I reached out my hand slowly. After watching me for a few seconds, Jax carefully stepped forward and gently brushed his cheek against my fingers. It was such a tiny gesture that another visitor might not even have noticed it, but for us, it felt like the beginning of something special. Then my husband picked him up. The change was immediate. Jax completely relaxed in his arms, closing his eyes as though he'd been carrying invisible worries that suddenly disappeared. We smiled at each other because, without saying anything, we both knew we had already made our decision. His first few days at home were wonderfully quiet. He explored every room at his own pace, discovered the warmest places to nap, and spent hours sitting by the windows watching birds outside. Each new experience slowly replaced uncertainty with confidence. As time passed, we met the real Jax. He turned out to be affectionate without being demanding, playful without being noisy, and endlessly gentle with anyone who visited. Whether someone wanted company or simply needed a peaceful presence nearby, Jax always seemed to know exactly where to be. The biggest surprise belonged to my husband. Before meeting Jax, he often joked that cats were impossible to understand. Today, the two of them have little conversations throughout the day, and somehow Jax always seems to respond with a slow blink or a gentle head bump. His bent tail still catches people's attention for a moment, but it quickly becomes the least interesting thing about him. His calm personality, quiet confidence, and kind nature leave a much stronger impression than anything about his appearance ever could. Every evening ends the same way. After spending hours close to us, Jax quietly heads downstairs to sleep in the living room. We've never tried to change that habit because we've realized that love isn't about deciding where someone should feel comfortable. It's about making sure they always have a place where they already do. Looking back, it's amazing how close we came to never meeting him. One decision, one different day, and our lives might have continued without ever knowing this extraordinary little cat. Now, whenever I catch Jax lying peacefully on the floor, staring at absolutely nothing, I smile. Perhaps he's not watching the ceiling at all. Perhaps he's simply enjoying the quiet life he once could only dream about. If Jax's beautiful story touched your heart, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel for more unforgettable animal stories.